Hello everybody and welcome to this week's free newsletter from Trade with Precision. My name's Simon Clark, and in this newsletter I'm going to be talking about how as traders we can use market structure to help us identify these potential decision points in the market ahead of time. Now this can be useful to help us look for those trading opportunities and to be able to position ourselves to take advantage of tighter risk trading opportunities ahead of time, and it helps us so that we don't have to be looking at the markets all the time. We can do this ahead of time, which obviously helps us to fit trading in and around a busy life schedule. So if we take a look at the weekly chart here, first of all, we're going to take a look at a couple of markets, a couple of Aussie markets in fact, because the Aussie dollar is or the Aussie is trending very nicely at the moment. So looking here at Aussie yen, first of all, you can see that I've got a few levels here that have been marked into my charts, and these are levels that I'm keeping a close eye on this market. In fact, if I zoom out of this, you can see that these levels really go back many years in the past. So we're coming right the way back to sort of 2005, 2006. You can see that these levels have been respected. So they're quite historical, and they're still, price still tends to respect them these days too. So most recently, the price is, or the level that price is most close to, is 94,000, and the market's now just pulled straight under 94,000 and now pulled back to it. So we need to take a look at this bit of price action in a bit more detail to see what's going on there. So if we come down to the daily chart, we can see, first of all, daily chart's in a nice downtrend. Moving averages all in the right order, all bar the 200, which is not quite there yet, but we got the other three. And we've got some nice convergence here on our indicators too. So we've certainly got some nice strong momentum to the downside. Now, the market's come down, it's sort of tested 93, and now we've had a retracement back up to 94. So it's still a little way overextended from the averages, even though it has had quite a reasonable retracement already. So what I need to do is come down to lower time frame here and start to see what else we can see. So if we come down to the 240 chart, here on the 240 chart, we've got our 96 level, we've got a 95 level, and we've got our 94 level. So this is the way that I look at this. You can see here that we can start on these lower time frames, we can start to see how many times and how sort of strong some of these levels have been in recent time, as well as historics. So most recently at the moment, we've got the market right at 94,000, right in the sell zone as well. We've got a rejection candle there at the moment, but remember that this was still quite overextended on the daily chart. So the way that I use this is, we've certainly got a potential decision point here at 94. 95 is a much more reasonable retracement compared to that daily time frame, but also it actually comes up against a much more stronger resistance level here that's been support before. So if the market does break through 94 and continue higher, then I'm going to be looking for shorting opportunities around 95. If 95 holds and we get a move down, well then I'm going to start to look for trading opportunities to the short side down to 94. If 95 breaks, then we'll be looking for 96. So you can start to see these are the areas where I'm starting to look for trading opportunities. These are the areas that I'm interested in. If we come and take a look at the Aussie dollar, seems we're taking a look at Aussie yen, and take a look at Aussie yen, you can see here on the weekly chart, in fact, you can see my levels here. The three key levels on this market: 94, 90 and 89, and you can see how many times these have been tested here on the weekly chart. If I just sort of zoom out, you can see again they're quite historical, going back a number of years. So at the moment, price has now finally rejected 94. It's tried to break through 94 several times, rejected that now and sold completely off. The fact that we've pulled right the way under 89, come back up and retested it, and now we're sort of sitting underneath it at the moment. So if I come down to the daily chart again, So we can see here on the daily chart, we can see that price action. It's tested 89 again. We're still quite overextended compared to the weekly chart. So again, there's potential for a bit of a move up, or if we get a break to the low side again, well then of course that's going to be played out, and we're going to be looking for more lower lows. At this moment in time though, the game is still around these, or in between these areas from the low up to 89. So if we come down to the 4-hour chart again, come down to this 240 chart, we can see that we've got our 89 level here. So the market sort of tested 89, it's come back down, it's tested the lower level, or the lows in the market again, which happened to be 86.50. And if we look a bit more closely here on the 4-hour, we've got this other level that the market sort of recently tested. So it's been a bit of support here, resistance. That happens to be around the sort of 88 sort of 25 area. So the way I'm looking at this is, we've got 86.50, big key number. Now the fact that it's found support here twice, market sort of halfway here. So if I'm expecting the market to pull up to this level, once it pulls to this level, if we get a resistance here, well then I'm going to be looking for opportunities back down to 86.50. If 88.25 fails to hold the market, well then I think we're going to get another retest of 89, or then a retest of 90. So you can see that these are the decision points, the sort of areas where I'm going to be looking for trading opportunities to trade in the direction of the prevailing trend. So this sort of, as you can see, the market's got some time before it sort of reaches these levels. So again, it just sort of gives me sort of opportunity to be able to look for sort of opportunities on this sort of time frame, and also lower around these areas. Okay, let me just tell you about the webinars that we're running this week, and how we're going to where we're going to be talking about this topic in much greater detail. So we've got a webinar running this week in a couple of different time zones for many different areas around the world. Now this is high performance trading for a busy lifestyle. So in this webinar, what you'll be able to do is discover how you can take back control of your life by choosing the hours that you work. And this is very important for us as traders, because certainly when people come into this business, they have other life commitments. In other words, they normally have day jobs that they need to fit the trading around, and this webinar sort of focuses on how you can fit trading around other life's activities. Now the webinar is being run on a couple of days for different time zones around the world. We've got Wednesday the 5th of October, we've got 8 AM London, 6 PM Sydney, 8 PM Auckland time, or 8 PM New York time, 11 AM Sydney the next day, and 1 PM Auckland next day as well. So to register for this webinar, all you need to do is to pop to the Trade with Precision website, come and check on free trading webinars, and then you can just click to register to join which one's most suitable. So we look forward to seeing you on the webinar, and look forward to speaking to you again soon. Bye for now.